I thought the guys, respected North Alabama. They got a good team. They got a chance to win their league. They're really well coached, and you could see how they played us very close in the early portions of the first 16 minutes of the game, and yet they've been a better second half team all year long. They were 10-0 against Air Force, 15-0 against Tennessee Martin, 29-11 against Samford. So, but we're hard to come back at just because of the pace of play and how hard they had to work to get open. But obviously, a huge advantage on the inside, and it took us a while to get there. We shot some good inside-out threes early in the game. I thought we settled a little bit, but Janai proved he's an All-American. He's the most dominant player on the floor. Our big shot an incredible percentage, and obviously we shared the ball with 25 assists. So our guys respected the opponent. I'm glad we played till the end. And now we got to the next 4 games are going to be against Elite 8 caliber teams, all 4. And so it'll be a true test and a true measure of where we're at.
All right, Mike, and then Jacob.
Coach, can you talk about what you learned about the construction of your roster tonight? 50 points in the paint, as well as jump shooting from the outside, so it's pretty even. Have you had a team that's been able to score inside out like this?
Well, I thought obviously we shot a good percentage from 3, and it was a great balance of inside out. I was really glad to see Dylan down in there scoring and scoring with either hand. And again, Janai and Dylan are just 2 of the best centers in college basketball. We got both of them, and so I thought it was a very good display of inside out. I thought we could have done a better job with the fast break. We didn't advance past the ball well enough. Dribbled it too much instead of pushed it. We didn't run hard enough without the ball, but we'll continue to learn.
All right, Jacob, and then Ferg.
Bruce, what do you like about the starting lineup of Denver, CBM, Kelly, Cardwell, and Broome? What is it about those 5 early on that you like?
Well, I didn't like the way they started the game. I mean, North Alabama scored on maybe the first 4 possessions. We fouled them 3 or 4 times in the first 5 possessions. So I don't like the way they started. They started the second half better, but a lot of that is just earned. We certainly I would say that Chaney Johnson has demonstrated that he certainly could start, deserves to be start. I think that Todd Pettifor certainly could be a guy that could be a starter. So I don't know that the starting lineup will be the same always, but right now those are the 5 that have earned the right to be out there first.
Bruce, through 4 games, you guys have 77 assists. Your opponents only have 23. I mean, just talk about both ends of the floor, the ball movement you guys have, and then also like restricting their ball movement, making it tougher and tougher for them to score off of catches.
Well, you can do that sometimes if you've got good one-on-one defenders. We try not to. We played a team that very much likes to inside out the ball and like to drive to a dish and likes to play like we do. And we just force them to make one-on-one plays. And hopefully the guys can see that it can be effective. You can't play everybody that way, but obviously we like to try to be disruptive, and we're not the same defensively every night. We try to take away what the opponent does really well.
Maybe you talked about your team not overlooking UNA. What does it say, if anything, 4 games in? It doesn't. They've handled everybody kind of the same way. They haven't really overlooked anybody yet. Is it too early to take something from that, or can you take something from that in terms of?
It's probably too early to take something from that, but you clearly can recognize that so far, with the first 4 games and even the 2 exhibition games, I think you could say that would be we true. Obviously, Houston is the only team at the level of the next 4 games, so we're certainly going to be challenged. We haven't had much adversity. I try to give my guys some adversity with coaching them hard and making sure they understood what my expectations are. I have very high expectations for each of my players individually.
All right, Peter, and then Ferg with the last question.
You guys, briefly went down 33-32 late in the first half, and then Janai had the 7 straight points, and it got really close again after that. I guess just how important was that little stress from him in the game? early takeover game?
Well, it was important, but if that was sort of the scouting report, for the first 16 minutes. And then in the last 4 minutes, they got the ball inside of Janai and he scored. So sometimes, sometimes we didn't do a very good job of early, we fouled, they scored, and we did not go inside. And as a result, the game was close.
Bruce, Jakari Lane for them has been a high scorer all season long. Scored some early, but only 2 points in the second half, 1 of 7 from the field. Just how big was it that y'all were able to kind of slow him down?
Yeah, I mean, Jakari's a terrific player, and we did everything we could to try to defend him. I thought, obviously he probably a little worn out. He can make tough shots. They're extremely dangerous. Look, they're averaging about 9.5 threes per game, and they only had, 5 tonight. So that was important. I thought we did a much better job in the second half of defending without fouling, and again, just some growth. The thing about our team is, our guys are committed to our guys are committed to trying to defend and getting better at it, and that gives us a chance every night.